How's it going, guys? This is the first video I'm actually narrating from the new place, but we don't have any internet yet. I gotta go talk to the front office and see what my options are and make a couple calls and see what's going on from here. But I'm not sure if you're noticing, but this is a different kind of team preview, and it's also from PAX and whatnot, and I just figured I'd bring that back here to talk about it for a little bit. But at the PAX League, they actually had two gym leaders that worked with each other. There was one leader that used Psychic and Fighting, and the other one that used Dark and Ghost, and the requirements were that you had to find somebody and go up to you have to approach both of them, and then it would be a 2 versus 2 match. One person would pick one leader to team up with, and then the other one would pick the other, or I think it was the other way around. I think they decided to switch it up for this way, but I think the normal way that they operated was it was you and the challenger you came along with versus those two leaders, and then if you ended up winning, then you would get the badge. But this was interesting because they wanted to change it up, and they were like, okay, you get to pick what leader you want on your side, and I was like, right off the bat, I want the Psychic Fighting motherfucker, because those types tend to be a little bit more versatile than Darks and Ghosts. Not to say that Darks and Ghosts aren't versatile in themselves, but I think it kind of speaks for itself with how many fucking Psychics there are. And each of their pokes are tailored to not singles games. Like his Gardevoir had Heal Pulse. I don't think we get to see it in this game, but the main shot does have Rock Slide. Slowbro has a different move set, and then there was a couple of other things on his team as well, but you got to decide what there was beforehand, and I'm sure my opponent got to decide as well. But I'm using the same team. You guys are going to see this team a lot. I've been playing with it a lot since Revelations. And while this game isn't really the most involved, I figured that not really a lot of people get the opportunity to record and upload one of these, so I was like, you know what? Why the fuck not? We'll try it. I'm sorry if I rambled too much on it, but I found the whole prospect really exciting, and then at the end of the match, I was like, I know you guys are going to eat this shit up. So let me go ahead and get it started. Now, they all had a couple of unorthodox movesets. I'm assuming they all played legit, and they didn't use, like, fucking ace cards or anything like that. I didn't run into anybody that did, because this was all infrared matches, and you had to, like, match them up in some weird way. It was weird. But I had a couple people ask me, how'd you get freaking ace card pokes onto retail card? You trade them over. Man, dude, I only did that with, like, 2 teams, though, so it's fine. I used this one, and then I tried a baton pass team. It didn't really end up working out, but we were next to each other, so it was like, okay, Absol's gonna go for Sucker Punch, and I don't want Haxorus to set up any DD, so I told my partner, hey, go ahead and fake out the Haxorus, please, while I go ahead and burn it, and fake out's gonna go before Sucker Punch, so Sucker Punch isn't gonna hit anything. So I was like, okay, go for the Rock Slide now. And if you can flinch anything, that'll be super duper. But since the Haxorus is burned, I was like, okay, that's gonna be cool. And I don't want that thing wreaking any more havoc than it has the potential to, as is. But my Ninetales is, I believe, max HP, max special defense, so it's gonna be able to take that. I guess, okay, it's got no defensive investment, but it's got the HP bulk, so even with the burn damage, it's alright. I forget what I think he went for Taunt, which is like, okay, now he just can't go for Protect. That's fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out, I believe, to my Sawsbuck. I'm not 100% what I was predicting, but I think the Haxorus was going to end up dying to burn damage. And you know what? I think I was predicting the Sucker Punch from Absol, because now I have to go for offensive moves, so Taunt and Sucker Punch in that aspect. Hey, you know, it kind of works out, but it was a little obvious in that moment, so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it turns out he goes for Outrage, picks the Sawsbuck, but because he's burned, it's not going to do a whole hell of a lot, and it's already our lead, 6-4, or in my case, I have 3, he has 3, they have 2, okay. Scizor is going to come in, and I believe this is his, okay, Honchkrow. This is the part of the game that actually had me kind of scared, because I was under the impression that Honchkrow was Scarf. These guys know how to play, but they play differently, is the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out, because I do not want to get Sucker Punched by Sawsbuck. I thought he knew about Chlorophyll, so I was like, okay, he's going to Sucker Punch Sawsbuck. I'm going to go ahead and switch out. But it turns out he actually goes for a Brave Bird on the main Chow after he ends up going for a Rock Slide, which is fine. You know, I get a decent amount of damage, but we also learned that he's not Scarfed, so that's going to be cool. He also kills himself off on the Recoil, so 1 threat gone right off the bat, just 0-2 freaking Recoil and stuff. Get a flinch on the Rock Slide. It's not vital, but it sure as fuck helps, since I'm thinking that the only thing he probably was going to end up going for was going to end up being on Ninetales. More than likely would have ended up being a resisted hit, unless he for some freak chance went for the superpower or something like that. But After looking at his moveset on Slowbro, I noticed that he does have Flamethrower, and I am in the sun, so I was like, you know what? We're going to end up going for Flamethrowers and shit like that. But he's scared of Flamethrower from Ninetales anyway, so he decides to switch out. I don't get the burn on Flygon. I think I get the chance to Will-O-Wisp later. But Slowbro's going to take a Shadow Ball from Jellicent. Not too nicely at all, but I think he ends up going for Psyshock. Just to get some damage off, that's fine. Scizor is kind of scaring me a little bit, but my Ninetales is at full HP. I think I still have my Sawsbuck, and then what the hell else did I bring to this match? I feel like I brought Venusaur. Ninetales and Sawsbuck, whatever. So he's switching out because he wants to get some Regenerator going on. I tell him, hey, that's fine. I look at his Gardevoir's moveset, and here's in the battle where I noticed that it does have Heal Pulse, so I was like, okay. At the end of the turn, after I burn this Flygon, because I know it's probably going to end up going for Earthquake or something like that, I want you to Heal Pulse my Switch-In, because switches go before moves regardless. And he goes for the Water Spout. In the sun, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as I thought it would, just because I'm max special defense, and it's reduced in the sun and all that shit. But he's still at, like... What, he's at like half HP, but that was a water gem boosted one, so I could have protected here, but I do value my Sawsbuck's health a little bit more, which is why I'm going to go ahead and go out to it. Told him to do that, and I believe he's actually going to not do too much damage with the Dig. I can see why you would run Dig in doubles to dodge like your partner's attacks kind of thing, like if it's a Surf, if it's an Earthquake, you're going to end up taking double damage. I think he crits on the Shadow Ball here, which is like, well, that strategy is freaking out the drain. I think Gardevoir has the potential to take a Shadow Ball. It's got some nice spec D, so kind of don't have my HP back, but I just tell him to bring back in Slowbro. It should have enough HP to take on these two, and I was like, I'm going to go for the Horn Leech. It should be able to take out the Jellicent and get me a little bit of HP, and then I think I told my partner to Psyshock the Flygon. It's burned, it's not a threat, I figured that's okay. And this whole time it was just really cool because I was able to look over at his screen, and I was like, alright, here's what you got, because I'm the person coming along, I don't know your team. You know that I am a sun-based team, and you know how I run my shit. You know that I am perfectly capable of running my shit. You don't need to worry about me. I need to worry about what pokes you have. And I don't know, I was just looking over the whole time. It was like having a wingman in battle. It was pretty cool. So, went for a Psyshock, gets a crit, doesn't really end up mattering, because if he ended up bullet punching my Sawsbuck right now, actually, you know what, he couldn't have, because that's his Pokemon as well. So, other dude already lost all of his Pokemon. I went for Nature Power, probably could have been a mistake, owing to the fact that Scizor could have gone for a bug move, but I guess he didn't have one, or he ended up picking something else differently. But a Sun Boosted, a regular fucking Flamethrower, not even Sun Boosted, just kind of puts a nail in the coffin even harder. But that's going to be the game. I will put the gym leaders' titles in the top of the video. I really forget what their names are, but as soon as I get internet, I'll upload it and put in the title. But it's a really interesting game, and because of the fact that it was Challenger and Gym Leader versus Challenger and Gym Leader, they had a lot of fun. So they just ended up both giving us the badges. So I thought it was really cool. I don't want to have to go back and challenge that gym again and find another partner, that whole thing. But kind of a match, I guess. It kind of VGCs, but you're not managing both of your pokes. You're only managing one of your pokes. I thought it was pretty interesting. So if you guys enjoyed it, you're welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. I don't have anything else to do in this apartment right now. I'm sorry if there was a little bit of background noise. I'm running the washer and dryer at the same time because I got a lot of clothes to wash. But I'm just going to narrate a shit ton of battles, and then as soon as I get the internet, schedule them, and we're going to be back on track, more or less, with however many battles I have on this laptop, which isn't really a lot. I need to get to my desktop ASAP. Anyways, that'll do it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!